Alright, what's up and welcome to the channel. My name is Hegshot. Thank you so much for joining me today as we look at the top 5 guns that you will actually carry and some that you probably won't. And of course, this is just my opinion that I'm going to tell you what works for me and Mrs Hegshot and what really doesn't. And the goal of this video is literally if you are a new shooter or somebody coming into this, or maybe somebody that just got into concealed carry, that you will hopefully pick a gun that will work for you. Now again, this is my opinion, and you can take it for what it's worth, if it's worth anything to you. But I have quite a bit of experience with concealed carry, and there's some really great options here. There's some really bad options here. Whatever works for you, perfectly fine with me. And there's going to be people here that say, well, what about this gun or that gun? Well, we're trying to really narrow it down to our top 5 list. There, of course, is going to be guns on this table that may or may not be really good options that I either don't have or don't have experience with. You know, it's just one of those things. I can't show you every single gun and keep this under, you know, an hour long or whatever. You know, we're trying to keep it reasonable as far as time-wise as well. If this is your first time stopping by, man, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop me a like, and let me know what your top 5 list will look like for guns that you actually would carry, and maybe even some ones that you won't. And please understand, this video is just inside the waistband. If this video does well, we'll do an outside the waistband as well. Now, we did do a video similar to this like 5 years ago, but a lot has changed in 5 years. There's no way that I would do this video and not tell you about today's sponsor, the USCCA. If you're a gun owner in the United States, the services, training, and everything they offer you guys is amazing. Check this out.
It's in our nature to protect the ones we love, to stand up to any danger, to be strong and courageous, to always be prepared, to keep our family safe, to be the first line of defense. We are born to protect.
Big thanks to the USCCA, man, and their continued support. Again, we've been with those guys for a long time, dude, and amazing company. I'm so glad that they are here to support gun owners in the United States. So let's go ahead and get this started, man. One gun that I absolutely have to mention here, and I'm going to put it in the top 5 spot. It would maybe even the top 6. It might just be a bonus, but there's no way I could do this video and not tell you about the Glock 26. And the reason that I say this, and to be honest with you, these subcompact guns like the 26 or the subcompact from H&K or the M&P 9 subcompact, I feel like these guns are kind of dying out a little bit because higher capacity, smaller frame, thinner frame guns like the Shield Plus are just taking over in this market. But the Glock 26 is special in that it takes all of the Glock mags for like 9mm. So this will take the 17, the 19, you know, even the 30 rounds. I mean, it really takes a wide variety of mags. And the weight on this gun is 20.8 ounces. This is a Gen 4, by the way. So what this gun offers you in the concealed carry market, it's a little bit chunkier. It's an older design. I mean, this is from the 90s, dude. But still, with the size of this grip. Now, the reason that I wouldn't put some of those other ones in there is the size of the grip. If you look at the HK VP9, check it out. You got about 3/4 of an inch. That's a big deal. And what we're looking at, what makes a good concealed carry gun, big things. Weight, width, capacity. Weight and width is the biggest thing that keeps people from concealed carrying every single day. And Mrs Hegshot will be the first one to tell you. If she carries a gun like this or the SK, it's too big for her to be able to conceal it inside the waistband. It's just too much gun. Okay, so there's a lot of benefits there in weight and width, but we also have to look at capacity because guns have really come a long way, like I said, in the past 5 years. But the Glock 26 still offers such a shootable and very, very awesome concealed carry gun, even in 2021. Glock 26 is definitely there. All right, now let's look at its counterpart, because a lot of people talk about they carry the Glock 19 Gen 5. For me, inside the waistband, this is just it's too big of a gun. You load this thing up, you're you know, like 2 pounds. For the size to weight capacity ratio and what this offers you, it's really good. But when you look at this gun, I think for most people, realistically, you have about an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter of width difference, and this is what you're trying to conceal. You know, when you get your permit, you think, man, this is not that big of a gun. And then when you start carrying it inside your waistband, you're like, holy crap, this is more than what I thought. So realistically, the Glock 19, it does a lot of things really well. Inside the waistband carry, for me personally, not so much. All right, let's look at the number 4 gun on the list. So the Ruger LCP Max. This gun offers you 10 rounds of 380. Real set of sights on here. A tritium night sight there in the front, straight from the factory. White outline. 10 rounds of 380. Awesome trigger on this gun for what it is. It's pretty decent. It's very shootable. And they actually give you a 2-finger grip here with this grip texturing that I think is really good. You got a slide stop there. The big thing on this one is 10 rounds, a real set of sights, and a pretty decent trigger. Now, why do I say that? They had the Ruger LCP2. That is still one of the best, like, deep concealment, running, workout type of guns. Like, just you need something super light and carryable. But if you compare the LCP2, which is a 6-round gun, which has sights that are milled into the slide, so it's really hard to see those sights, there is no comparison here. They basically put the LCP2, they took their own gun, and they put it out of commission. And when you look at the size here, they are almost the same size, except you get 4 more rounds in this gun compared to this gun. Now you may be thinking, well, how big of a difference is the size on it? It is just big enough, just a little bit bigger, that makes it so much more comfortable to actually shoot this gun compared to the LCP2. So the LCP2 is out. The LCP Max, this is Mrs Hegshot's daily carry, and it is one of the best guns that I think people would actually carry. Regardless of what you think of that caliber, man, I know I wouldn't want to be shot by that thing. All right, number 3 on this list is the Ruger Max 9. Dude, they did an amazing update on this gun, and it really worked, I think. You have now 10-round magazines. I'm just talking about the base magazines. Obviously, like the Shield Plus comes with a 13-round. If you talk about the Hellcat, which is not one of my favorites, which is why you don't see it on the table, but the Hellcat is an 11-round gun. The Taurus GX4 is an 11-round gun. You know, base magazine is what I'm talking about, not the extendeds. So, 10 rounds in the mag, blacked out rear sight, fiber optic front sight. I would prefer night sights, but it does come optics ready. So if you run an optic on there, it will take care of any vision issues that you may encounter there, you know, at nighttime or whatever the case may be. They did a great job on this gun, dude. Grip texturing is amazing. They kept the weight down pretty good. They didn't update the trigger, which kind of bothers me because this trigger, it's decent. And on the old version of this gun, which was the LC9S, it was one of the best triggers ever. It's just got a little bit too much travel now, I think. It's just not as good as some of the other triggers like the Shield Plus or the P365. Besides the trigger, like I said, they did a lot of great things with this. I wish they would have got an update on the trigger or did an update on the trigger. But other than that, man, this is one of the best concealed carry guns that I think people would actually carry in today's market. And right under my top pick, number 2. Now, let's talk about the P365, man. This has been one of the staples in the concealed carry market. This started this whole smaller, higher capacity, slim 9mm market, man. You could say whatever you want. We've been running this gun for years now, and it's been nothing but reliable. Really nice set of sights, blacked out in the rear, X-ray front night sight there. I'm able to get all my fingers on here with this little extension. You get 10 rounds in the magazine for a very shootable, awesome little gun right here, dude. And inside the waistband, with the weight on this thing, it feels like you have a much bigger gun than what you actually do. Now, if this one's still a little bit small to you, one option is the P365 XL. Personally, this is one of the best concealed carry guns as far as like feel and fit in the hand, I think. Super natural point of aim. Again, the same set of sights there, and of course I got a Romeo 0 on top. Most of your smaller carry guns now are going to come with some option that you can add an optic on top there. 12 rounds in this gun. So basically you're going to save a little bit of weight and you're going to save a little bit of length in the grip. Again, it's not such a fair comparison because I have this little bit of a finger extension on there, but you get the idea there. You're going to save about an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter compared to the P365. So 10 rounds and 12 rounds. But again, these two guns, the sights, the trigger, the way they shoot, and especially this one. This one has a flat face trigger too. My goodness, this is one of the best carry guns that I think people would actually carry. Not too heavy, plenty of rounds there, and a very comfortable gun to carry inside the waistband. Now I know I'm going to get this question. Well, what kind of holster do you use and all this kind of stuff, dude? There is one option that I use 95% of the time. That's Holster Holster. They have these profile holsters with the quick clip. You hook it up inside the waistband, dude. It's what I like about it. It doesn't add a ton of material around your gun. It keeps your package small in a good way. And I've said that for years. They still haven't coined that term, unfortunately, but you know, we're still working on that. But no, it doesn't add a lot of extra materials. I hate holsters that add a bunch of unnecessary material around what's supposed to be a small gun. You want to keep that gun small. They also have their Oath series, which gives you a little bit different design here, but it allows you to run a gun with an optic there, which is a very nice option. And this one's tuckable too, so if you need to tuck your shirt in, you have that option there. One more just bag gun option here that I'm going to show you. Actually, I'm going to show you two. The Sig P229. This is an amazing shooting gun. Mrs Hegshot's favorite gun, actually. This is the Legion. It offers a lot of great features. But again, you're talking about 30 ounces unloaded. More, I think a little bit more than that, actually. It's just not a gun that I think a lot of people would carry every single day. Like I said, it comes down to weight and width. Are you really going to carry that every single day? Most people, and I know there's going to be somebody that says, dude, I come in here and I carry a P226 every single day with 13 magazines on me. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Most people will not, though. Another just kind of worked its way out, dude. And Walter, please update this gun, dude, because this is one of my favorite carry guns. One of the best shooting small, slim 9mm on the market. It's a 6-round gun compared to a 10-round gun. A 10-round gun. I mean, you get the point. So when we look at these guns compared to each other, right, we have the Shield Plus and the PPS. PPS is a little bit shorter, just a little bit, but you lose 4 rounds. That's pretty big. And this gun is actually like 2 ounces heavier, I think maybe even 3 ounces heavier than the Shield Plus. The PPS needs an update, something terrible. That's why I wouldn't put it in this list. Now, I said these were the last 2 guns I was going to show you that were not good options, but one more I do want to talk about that I've put in previous lists before is the DB9. Now, why would I change my mind on this? The reason is, again, it's a 6-round gun. Now, if you need a deep concealment and you want a 9mm, I stand by this thing, man. It's been nothing but reliable. It's been a great little gun. It's just a little bit hard to shoot. And I think if a new shooter put this in their hands, I think they would be reconsidering shooting guns, you know, for fun or enjoyment. It is not an enjoyable gun to shoot. I think especially for a first-time buyer, which primarily I think this video is going to be aimed at, this is not a good option, dude. Because what I've tried to do throughout this entire list is give you options that are obviously you're going to carry, but not give you something so small like this or something so small like the LCP2 that you're going to be like, dude, screw this. And then you don't want to shoot the gun. And then God forbid you actually need the gun and you're not comfortable with it. It's just a bad combination. So you always have to weigh out this in your mind. I could get a really small gun. Like I said, I'm not trying to pick on this gun, but I could get a really small gun like this. And yeah, it's going to be super comfortable to carry, but is it going to be comfortable enough for me to take to the range and practice with? That's key, dude. You have to take your carry gun to the range, practice with it, run your carry ammo through it, make sure that you're safe with it and know how to use it effectively. You never want to skip that equation there. And I see guys that, you know, they're going to buy their wives, you know, freaking the smallest gun they can, not realizing that they're actually hurting themselves and their wives or significant others or whatever, because the smaller the gun, the harder it is to shoot and the more felt recoil you're going to have out of that gun. All right, so just keep that in mind. One honorable mention I have to show here is the Glock 42. Mrs Hegshot was carrying this for a very long time, and one reason I didn't put it in the top 5 is because the improvements they did with the LCP Max make it such a more enjoyable gun to shoot that I think this gun is just a better option. Keep in mind, if you have a range that allows you to rent these guns, the Glock 42 being a little bit bigger actually may be more comfortable for somebody. But again, I think the LCP Max just offers you obviously more rounds. The Glock 42, by the way, is 6 rounds. You have 10 here. And like I said, them beefing up this gun just a little bit really made a difference in the way this gun shoots. So that's why I put this one here instead of the 42. But again, the 42, for its size and everything it offers, it is still an awesome little carry gun. It's a little bit bigger, but just a little bit, man. And it offers you just a really nice soft shooting 380 gun. So if this one's a little bit too snappy for somebody, then you may want to check out the 42. That might be a little bit better option. It just didn't make my list because I think this one's just a little bit better. Top pick here is the Shield Plus, but let me show you next to the Shield EZ what this looks like and why I picked the Shield Plus as my number one. Now, this is a great gun for a lot of different people. I like what they did here with this gun. But if you look at this gun, it's 8 rounds, okay? If we look at their Shield Plus, it's 10 rounds. Look at the difference there, dude. You have like an inch worth of difference there, and you're going to lose 2 rounds if you were to choose the EZ over the Shield Plus. The Shield Plus, 10 rounds, awesome set of sights. You can get these optics ready, of course. Amazing flat face trigger, and this gun offers everything that this gun does almost. So where this gun really shines is it's a bigger concealed carry gun. It's got a great set of sights on it, super easy to work the slide on this gun. So if you have weaker hands, dexterity, maybe you're a woman, maybe you're an older person, whatever the case may be, it's super easy to run this gun. But it doesn't make it the best carry option out there. The Shield Plus is almost at the top of the list here in terms of concealed carry. As you can see, the Shield 9 EZ offers a lot, but there's a reason that it's not my top pick, because the capacity to weight to size doesn't offer you that much more. What it does offer you, like I said, it does offer some different things here, and in a way, they're really 2 different guns, but if you can work the slide on this gun, this is going to offer you so much more, I think, than the Performance Center. Plus, the size of this gun is just a little bit big for what you get. This is kind of an old school way of thinking, kind of like the PPS and guns like that, where the capacity is lower and you get a really shootable gun, I think. That's it, man. Those are the top 5 guns that I think you would actually carry, and some that I don't think you would. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, man, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop me a like, and leave me your comments down below. Big thanks to our patrons. Your shout out is coming right after this. Thank you. We'll see you in the next one. And as always, hold them down.